This is Erin Morgan. I am the editor. I am here on the second day of Vision Expo East in New York City at the Optical. Thank you for joining us today, David. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. I look forward to talking with the audience.
That's wonderful. I can't not talk about the blue hair in the room, right? So loving the hair.
You mean the blue-haired lady?
No, did you do this for the show?
I did this for the show, and unfortunately, didn't do it right. It was not professional. It was not professional. So I learned a lot about. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Well, it looks great. You
Thank
look
you.
awesome, and I did wear my sneakers for you. So I love those.
Remember what we're going to do, Erin. We're going to take a photo like your shoes.
Really?
No trademark infringement. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm
All right.
not worried.
If
That's
I worried,
awesome.
you don't have to worry.
Good stuff. Well, so how's the show been for you guys here? It's been packed and
Thanks.
really busy, good energy at the show.
Yeah, it's a good energy at the show. If you're not at the show, come here next year. Change the entire layout,
Which is
Which is awesome. A lot of people now are finding new booths they never went to. We've had a great show. We look forward to finishing it. We have a day and a half here, but it's been a lot of energy, a lot of good new things, and particularly personally, not only about frame introductions, but I'm loving the new technology that's actually in the other room. Very good
And
stuff.
it's great. It's all
Yeah.
spot.
And I think it's great for the ECPs to see technology that will be changing the future of Eyecare.
Yeah, it is. What a great thing. Very cool show. A lot of good different events and stuff going on.
Great events. Big parties in the city. Was at ODs on Facebook last night.
Oh,
The Xyloware party tonight. Young ODs of America. A lot of different things.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Very exciting. So, well, that's great. Your booth has a lot going on.
Right.
We're excited to be here. Just as for background for our audience, can you tell us a little bit about ClearVision Optical, kind of what's the mission and the vision of the company?
All right. Well, it's interesting when you asked me that question before, what's the mission? What a lot of people won't know about our company, and I think some of our businesses might want is to make each day better for somebody else.
Love that.
It's a very different kind of way we look at it. So whether that's a vendor, whether that's a consumer, whether that's a charity, whether that's an employee, whether that's a customer, make each day better for somebody else. So we have a culture of saying yes to a lot, where a lot of companies don't have that culture. The vision of the organization, my father started the company in 1949. I'm partners with my brother. We worked in a family business for many, many years. So our vision now is to join our good friends, Jamie and Chris at Xyloware, and get this company to be 100 years. Right? That's our goal. That's our vision. And to remain family owned and operated. So we have another 26 years to go.
Hey, that's not that long.
It's not that long. I will be 92. I will be here at the 100th year. And Peter told me he'll be here too. Peter told me he'll be here too.
That's great. Well,
Yes.
I look forward to that.
Yeah.
We might need a Sherpa
No,
by that.
no walkers.
Sounds good to me. Awesome. Well, we're right here at the collection, looking gorgeous on you.
Thank you.
And can you just tell our audience a little bit about the collection? It's been out for about 6 months now. Kind of how's it going? How has it been, the reception with your customers, with the Eyecare professionals, with the offices, and what's next for the brand, for the collection?
Perfect. I think it's very interesting, this particular collection. A couple of things that are different. For us, we've limited the distribution, not because we want to limit it, but we want to make sure that the dispensers like the product.
Right.
So it's not about buy the frames from us. It's actually, can you understand who the consumer is? And then if you like the collection, can you see yourself dispensing it?
Right.
Probably at this point, I would say 80% of our customers say this is not for us. This is for sure. And what's the reason? Too much color generally. However, I did meet with a dispenser today that has the best quote for what we're doing. And I think it's very important the audience understand this. She came in wearing a frame in red. She's outstanding. You could see her from a mile away. And we're friends for a long time. And she said, David, I love this collection. I said, tell me why. And she says, I can get people to feel different about themselves. I said, really? That's interesting. She said, where I live is mostly vanilla. And you understand, everyone should understand what that means. Right. Mostly vanilla. And I began to think about even myself. But despite
you're not vanilla.
Yeah, no. Despite what it may sound like, I'm a little bit vanilla in a certain way. But I said, so what is it? How does it work for you when you dispense to that person? She says it changes their personality immediately. So the person who's a little bit shy, a little bit introverted, maybe their clothing is a little bit vanilla. They put on something like this red, right?
Beautiful.
Right.
That's a whole vibe.
Right, and it's a whole different. With the blue, of course,
yeah.
But it's a whole different way of looking at something. Right, about 3 weeks ago at the London show, and I was stopped by a person in the bar, not in the eyewear business, and she said, "I love your glasses." She told me why. So I asked her to repeat it. I have it on film. She said, "Your glasses are bold, distinctive."
That's amazing.
So we understand that this collection may not be for everyone now, but we understand the consumer wants the product, and once the dispense have to be comfortable. Have to be comfortable.
Right, and get used to it.
As far as what's coming, we understand again that we can't do 2022, 2023 collection next year. Inside shape is wearable. All the actions on the outside, and then color. So we will have different coloring next year. We're looking at some milky colors, some lamination, and a little bit of metal. So it's an evolution in the collection, but it will always have the same look that's bold, distinctive, unique.
Yes, it's a beautiful collection. That's
thank
cool.
you.
You'll have kind of that new edition, great for the ECPs to know
Absolutely,
about.
absolutely.
In their dispensing arsenal. Dilly Dally.
All right.
And so Dilly Dally is your pediatric, the kids collect this collection. I'm going to go on this side, David.
Dilly Dally is from 2000. Know us very well. They may remember we did Fisher Price eyewear. This was revolutionary in its day. There were a lot of things that we organized the way temples were done. We had safety features, and we learned a lot from Fisher Price. But at some point, and truthfully, it was from a dispenser. There's a few innovations here that are also interesting. So, whereas most spring hinges, work in this direction, Dilly Dally is 360 degrees, doesn't break, etc. Different facial structure. We go from size 34 to right now 51. And so I've been told we fit a lot of people. We have a lot of colors. Good. The face form is good. You want to adjust, that works. Nice. We have it in metal as well. So the collection has been really a game changer for us, but an evolution from our dedication to kids over many, many years.
Right.
And this will continue to evolve as well.
That's great. So what is it all different ages? Do you have different sizes for different ages?
So right now we would go from newborn till about, realistically, I'd say it's about 7, although again, depending on the child size. Right. Now, what we've learned is that our customers who love this brand want more from us. So actually, you guys are hearing it first here with Erin. There are larger sizes coming. We'll have 180-degree spring. We have another spring hinge, another version Teleflex 2, and the size range in the second grouping will be from around 47 to 52, but it'll be oriented towards 8 to 13, 8 to 13, next stage up. Because what we did find, and again, our dispensers tell us this, if somebody comes into the collection at age, say 4 or 5, and they age out at, let's say 7, 8, and what can we give them that would be safe, comfortable, and that they're comfortable wearing? Because again, if you look at the colors, these are really just like Ela, a lot of fun for the kids, a lot of fun for kids. Yeah. Yeah, June. One of the challenges for anyone in the United States is that all kids' faces are not the same.
Right.
And what we found from a few of our dispensers is that, let's say, what we call global fit, African American, Asian American, Native American are different than you and I. So we actually have a collection coming out with more of a bigger bridge for flatter. So that fit has also been designed by pediatric specialists. So we know that the fit is spot on. Colors will be different, shapes will be different to attract and address an audience that maybe we didn't hit the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
So it will be expanded.
It's expanded. So we have a lot of things growing in the collection.
That's awesome. All right. Well, cool. Well, I think we're heading to your next collection you're going to share with us, which is really exciting. You've got a great kind of giveaway going on over here. So tell us about TPI. I think I'm going to go over here on this side.
Yes, I knew Steven was going to do that for the big reveal. So TPI is an investment for myself, my brother, and Mark Notenboom, who's an entrepreneur and optometrist in Holland. I met Mark about 5-6 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, 6, 7, online, like we all meet today.
Right.
Although we weren't dating, we were just meeting each other, right? And Mark and I met then later at the Opti Munich show. He was working on something, virtual try-on and customizing 3D printed eyewear. We were already working 5 years in making prototypes. We agreed to work together. So I've invested in his company called Tech Print Industries, a early stage business. We're not commercial at this point. And we've been working now for the last 2 years in 2 innovations. One, how do we make products quicker than, let's say, the competition? Right. So we've invested a lot in software. We have a proprietary software that we're able to design literally from a 2-dimensional drawing in black and white. We'll be able to make any of these frames here in color. Wow. And this is a very sophisticated software that is only available through us. That's the first innovation. Second innovation is actually color, because most 3D printed eyewear is what we call monocolor. Right. Very nice, available in all shapes, sizes, material.
Oh, it's incredible.
This is
all 3D printed.
All 3D printed. But what's really unique about this, the photo winners.
Yeah. So is this part of the giveaway?
Right. We have 2 things part of the giveaway. One is going to be, Steven, can I have that little mannequin up? Okay, great. So
this is awesome.
I don't know if you can get a close up of that, but this is me dressed up as an optometrist. What we do here is we're going to scan your face. So we're going to scan your face. We have a partner that'll print a mannequin, and you'll have your own little. It won't be Dave Friedfeld. It'll be Aaron. You can do one, or Steve, or Echo, right? And we do that. You can have this, and then after that, you'll be able to get a mannequin for your entire. This one's free, but if you want to get mannequins, you can get it for your whole staff. And we don't make any money, but our partner does. But what we did over here, though, is we asked people to make designs. So you can see, like, this is a peacock design. Right. This is a beautiful one from Danielle Krull. She sent us this tour picture, and we took the picture and make it into a frame. Peacock frame. There's one also. So yeah, and you'll be able to see the detail, like you can see it here. My brother met somebody at South by Southwest. He took a picture of her frame, and within a week we were able to create that same frame with a detail flower right here. And that's what this is all done by our software. This is very difficult to do, but we're really excited, and we have now 6 full-time individuals that work in the company.
Right.
As I said, early stage, all Armenia. One is living in Ukraine. Two are living in Holland. Two are living in New York. And then we have the ClearVision team, which is supporting this, which is a separate company.
For sure.
Separate company.
That's incredible. So is this part of the giveaway? Like, can people still enter the giveaway?
They can enter it now.
Okay, so
but
this is a pre-show.
Yes, but maybe in Vegas we can do the same thing. So we can get to what we ask people to do is send us in your photograph, put it up on LinkedIn. We take that photograph, and then we were able to reproduce the frames. And these are the winners. So there's
these are the
8 winners here, I guess.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
And this is more of the TPI eyewear over here.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to trip anybody up here. This,
TPI.
You know what? I'm going to come over with you, so it's a little easier to.
So what we've been able to do, and again, we look at 3D printing a little bit different than maybe others have.
Right.
So, historically 3D printing, especially in a monocolor world for eyewear, it became very difficult for people to imagine the future. So we only have black or red or whatever, monocolor. I have to work in an architectural sense. Everything I do has to be the architecture of the frame. When we introduce 4-color or full color, we actually add another dimension. Now, on top of that, what 3D printing can do, so if your frame has a lot of sculpting to it. This comes out of the printer this way.
Incredible.
We also use a fade where it's a darker blue to a lighter blue.
Yeah.
We can do this in one day with one print.
Okay.
In order for a traditional acetate manufacturer to do this, they'd have to have months of production,
For sure.
and there'd be a minimum order quantity, and there'd be a difficulty in reproducing this exactly. We can reproduce this exactly. Or if you want to make something that was a little bit
That's awesome.
peculiar, let's say, or frame. If we were going to do this in acetate, it would be very, very difficult.
Imagine.
If we did it in mold injection, very costly, right?
Yeah.
So what we can do, because everything's about software, we replace the cost that is involved in making tools, which you do in acetate, or machining, or making tools or molds, which is mold injection. Where 3D printing really works, full customization, endless amount of colors. Exactly. So there's a lot of different uses which are not typical to current ordinary production, which is 100 years in making.
For sure.
Yeah, it's 100. So we really can have a lot of fun, and a frame like this one. Again, if the audience can see the detail, by the Nemo movie. So there's fish and sharks and octopus and what have you, and that's kind of for us is fun. So it can be anything you dream of, or you can even have a fashion frame like that. Yeah, a fashion frame like that. So that's where our creativity is, and we now, as I said, we have a color specialist, we have a few programmers, we have a frame designer, and at Silmo 2023, we're going to go commercial with a collection.
Wow.
You'll be able to buy it directly from TPI, or if you want us to design for you, you're a brand, or you're a wholesaler overseas or in the United States, we can produce for you. Right, we have the capabilities, yeah.
That's
And
fantastic.
that's this company, which is different from ClearVision, right?
But cool collaboration there.
Right.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing all of this. Really cool stuff with Ela and Dilly Dally and TPI, and you got a great booth here. I think I see that you guys are at P520 is your booth number. So if you're here at the show and you want to check out all this cool stuff, ClearVision Optical is here at P520. You can come see David, get your Minikin.
Yes, by the way, if you come to get the Minikin, you also get to get a frame and select your color and be part of a beta test. As best we understand, this has never been done in the United States, where our optician friends or optometrists or ophthalmologists, anyone in the Eyecare space, can select a frame, we'll produce that frame for them in their custom color. And all we're asking in return is your feedback, beta test. Now, there was something that was pretty cool that happened today. Cool. So we have a guy named Stuart Jolly. Hi, Stuart, if you're out there watching. Stuart comes in and he's wearing about a 60 frame, 62 frame. We don't have any that we weren't able to fit him. Yeah. But what I did was I took a picture of his frame. I just scanned it. I took a regular picture, like a photo. And I said, Stuart, we're going to design a frame for you. It'll be done in 1 week. 1 week. And any color you like here, I'm going to put on a 3D printed frame, but it'll match the frame you're wearing because it's perfect. Just pop your lenses out of there and pop them into our frame.
Amazing,
and that's
right?
crazy.
It's the same frame.
Yeah, and same shape. And
same
it can,
size.
and right, and that can't be done right now with the technology from other production.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Very innovative and really cool. So excited to see you and to share a sneaker moment. Now that I'm in the sneakers, I don't think I'm getting out. It feels pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You.
Good. Can we hug for the audience?
We can hug for the audience. My blue?
Oh, I don't know if they can see us down there. Focusing over there. We're just